Alright guys, this is going to be a little different video. I was talking to one of my friends and subscribers, and I was telling him I was going to do a rear brake job to my 2010 Kia Forte, and kind of suggested I should use all old tools that I've accumulated in the last 2 years. Hand tools, just do the job with hand tools instead of impacts and all that. So if you guys interested, I'm going to do it. I was just going to show you some of the tools that I'm using. Old clamp, bell clamp. It's an old clamp. No, it's a Cincinnati. Sorry, Cincinnati clamp. I'm going to use. I like these old speed wrenches. This is a 3/8 drive. Old Craftsman BE series. It's an old one. Proto socket. I can't see this one. Oh, Blue Point. Craftsman ratchet. I like these. I love these with the thumb wheels on it. Anyways, it's an older. I cleaned this up. Yeah. Proto Los Angeles 1/2-inch breaker bar. This is an Ace Professional ratchet, and a couple screwdrivers, impact, and then since I'm going to be working on the car, I'm going to go ahead and check the charging system and the battery, change the oil, and bought this at pawn shop for like $25. The rest of these tools I got maybe $20, $18 maybe in them, but tools, you know, save me money or make me money. In this case, it's going to save me money. The brakes were, for this car, I think brakes were $14. Turning the rotors is $15 a side. The new rotors are $69 a piece, so I'm just going to turn them. The car's got 121,000 miles on it. Those are original brakes. They still have good pad, but I bought new tires last week and they're just getting kind of low, so it's time. And getting 121,000 miles out of a set of pads is pretty good. So I got my lift. It's the only thing I'm going to use, as I'm cheating. I'm not going to use floor jacks or jack stands. I'm using my lift. It just makes life so easy. Anyways, I'm going to get started on that and kind of show you what I'm doing. And like I said, I'm going to use these tools. I think I'm going to grab another ratchet. I hate turning, changing out sockets. I like using the same ratchet. Oh, I do have two ratchets. Sorry, yeah. So I'm gonna use the Craftsman and the Ace. And this thing's got some weight to it. It's amazing how heavy that is compared to this Craftsman. Anyways, we'll get started. Raise the car. I'll be right back. Alright, raise the car up. Gotta get past the first safety. There's the safety, and lower it pat to lock. There we go. All right, let me adjust camera. Got 2 screws. I'm going to use a hand impact and get my hammer. I forgot my ball peen hammer. Another pawn shop find. $1 for a ball peen hammer. It's a Blue Point. It was rusted pretty bad. I cut the handle down to because it was split. Worked out pretty good. I like it. Spun that one, spun that one. Like I said, all the tools I'm using, including this Craftsman screwdriver, I bought either at flea markets or garage sales or pawn shops. Loose. Really need someone to hold the camera while you do this. Hang on. Don't know how this is going to look, but I'm breaking the caliper. Nuts loose. Fit good. Let me get a different socket. Something's not right with that socket. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, went to get a socket, another one. First of all, socket I was using, didn't even realize it's stripped on the inside. So I found another 14mm S&K, and it's in good shape. I should be using a 6-point, but this is what I found in my parts bin. Anyways, turned around, my car is falling. Somehow or another, and I think it might be me, human error, the quick connect. I swear it was a positive latch. It's a quick connect like any hydraulic airline, something like that. But it was leaking hydraulic fluid. Quite a bit, actually. Anyways, something I just learned and found out. I've used this thing, I've only owned it a little over a year, and I've used it several times, probably 8 times, and I've never had this issue. So, it was a little scary thought. But anyways, disaster averted. Now I got to, hopefully that hydraulic oil clean up. My floor is pretty clean, but that sucked. Alright, let's get back to brake job. Car didn't fall, nobody got hurt. No big deal. Wouldn't been the first car that's fallen on me. Alright, let's see. Can you see where I'm at here? I hate this camera. I can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, let me change the camera angles. And it'd make it really nice if you had someone to do this for you. Might have put breaker bar on this. Yeah, I may have to put the breaker bar on this. Oh well, I tried. Makes it easier with the breaker bar. Make it easier if I had someone do it for me. Then it'd cost me. Helps turn the wrench the right way too. Well, it was loose. Now it's not. There it goes. And the brake pads on this don't look bad. It's deceiving. Actually, they look really good. Oh, on this model you got to remove a clip back here to get just enough movement. There's a bolt right there. I don't know if you can see it. It's a clip that holds the brake line in place. You know, I don't. Yep, I'm gonna have to take that loose. All right, let me get it. Looks like a number 10 or number 12. I'll be right back. All right, guys. It is a number 12, and I had to get a 3/8 Craftsman, an older one. This sucks. Thought this was going to be an easy peasy. Oh well, ain't no big deal. Okay, now should give me enough motion to get the caliper off. There we go. And I need a piece of wire. Let's see if you can see. Pull this through. Just hang it off to the side without really bending anything. I don't want to damage the brake line or the rubber line. There's a short rubber line. It's not bad, but you can bend these lines. These rubber lines will break internally, and if you're not careful, cause a problem. Man, oh man, these brake pads were deceiving. I've got plenty of pad on here. Oh well. The rotor does need to be turned. Since I got them, it's cheap. I'm gonna go ahead and do the brake job anyways. There is no reason not to. Taking the caliper holding bracket off. I don't know exactly what it's called, but that's what I call it. Torque probably about 40-45 pounds. I have to look up the torque specs too. Been a lot easier doing this with the impact. Here's the top. Let's see if I can show you the bottom bolt. Man, look how much meat's on them pads. When I looked at it with the tires on, I thought they were thinner than that. Well, that sucked. I wasted a little bit of money there. Well, y'all can learn from my mistake. Now I need to pop this off. Sorry, loud noise. Goes. These got drum brakes internally, kind of like some of the Dodge some of you guys are familiar with. See? Yeah, the rotor needed to be turned. It's got some good glazing on it. It's got some small ridges, not bad. I'll have to mic it, but I'm pretty sure it can be turned. But there's the drums. That's the emergency brake. Dodges have the same thing. I don't know what year they quit doing it. I don't know if they stopped doing it or not, but anyways. This video's gonna suck. Well, when I get back to it, I'll have turned rotors and starting to put back together. Alright guys, just show you a little bit on this brake job. Here's the brake holder that holds the pads in, and take these out and you oil them, you grease them. Brake grease. And this one, it's solid. It's rusted in there. Only one though. This one, like I said, is in good shape. The other one's in good shape. But I got underneath the boot, raised it up, and got WD-40 underneath it. I cleaned up the hardware already and greasing it and got it all nice and clean, and thought, yeah, I'll, you know, grease these. These slide in and out. Your caliper compresses and these slide and move. Anyways, they're supposed to. That one's rock solid. It's rusted in there. So I'm going to work it a little bit and let it sit. They're turning the rotors right now. Kind of glad I did take the rotors off and do a brake job, because one of the rotors had a pretty good warpage to it. Couldn't feel it when you're driving, but of course that's back brakes. You don't get, I mean, you use most of your braking on vehicles nowadays. You use most of your braking off your front. Anyways, I thought I'd show you this, and maybe this afternoon I can get this thing back together. All right. All right, guys. I was able to get the pin out finally. Cleaned it up real good. And I didn't tear up the boot at all. It's in real good shape, so I got to put it back together. There's the other side, which is free and works good. Oh, hard to do this. There, like that. How about that? Okay, that's the trash and old dried grease on the inside, and that's what I washed out with carburetor cleaner. What I can't figure out though is why one side got hot and not both. This one was dry. It was baked on. It was hard as a rock. Anyways, I thought I'd show you what I did there, and now put it back together and put it back on the car. I got the rotors back, so be right back. Alright, back to these brakes. Push the caliper back so we can put the brakes on. I do this the old school way. I don't have a caliper tool, so I'm using an old C-clamp and one of the old pads. Yeah, I know. Somebody's not going to like this, but that's what I got. Need more hands is what I need. I've already done the other side. And I'm having difficulties on this side. They push in real easy. For some reason this car is really easy. Should be plenty. Yeah, I think it is. Alright. Let's get the caliper together. Put some brake pads on it. Alright, let's see how this is going to work. Put a little brake grease where the brakes ride on the caliper. Should be okay. Yeah, it's really hard to film by yourself. That's the way it fits, just like so. Let's see if I can get a picture of that a little higher. Let's see. It goes like with the pads in it, of course, excuse me, with the pads. Like this. Okay. Put the pads in real quick. Put the back pad in. Try to do this without getting any grease on the pads. Should put the outside pad in first. It's for some reason it just tight squeeze. There it goes, just like that. Right. I don't know about you guys, but I put a little anti-seize on my bolts when I put them back in, just a habit. Put a little anti-seize on my, wrong bolt. I really could use someone to help film. Come on, get in there. There it goes. That one's in. Put a little more anti-seize on this one. I don't think it'll be a problem. Drop the washer. These are torqued to 54 pounds, I believe is what it said. This one's not in. Can't see. Here's the problem here. Well, stand by. I've got an issue that I think didn't pay attention, but I believe one bolt's longer than the other on this one. That is the issue I'm having. There it is. I was being a dumbass. Yeah, the top bolt is longer than the bottom bolt. I knew that, and I'd forgotten. finger tight. Everything good. Put a little brake grease on this side. Really what I should have done is just put it on these ears. And a little bit on the cup, on the metal of the cup. Alright. Now, pull the wire off. This slides right on like so. Okay. Now I got a little anti-seize on these. I believe these are 37 torque. I gotta look at my paper to make sure. A little bit of anti-seize on this one too. Got them good finger tight. I know they're not stripped because they went in good. I always worry about stripping a bolt. Let's see here. I've got to put, let's see if you can see here. I can't tell if I'm getting a picture of it, but there's this bolt right here holds the brake line in. Had to take that loose just to get enough room to move the caliper. Okay. Now, get this old Craftsman angled head wrench here just to tighten this. This has a torque spec too. I remember looking it up and I think it's like 42, which that's pretty tight. Okay, now I got the torque wrench set for these already. Camera back. You guys might just be in the way there. Click, heard it. Click, heard that one. Now let's adjust it up to get the other one. This is a cheap. I believe this is a Harbor Freight. Anyways, it works. Let's see if I can get up, if I not have to put an extension on this. I should have went ahead, instead of finger tight, doing it with a ratchet. Click that one yet until I get the other one kind of snug.
there. If I believe I remember right, I had to put an extension on this. No, this one's going to... Nah, I'm gonna put an extension on there. I don't like the travel. Okay, there it is. That's better. Oh, it's hard to do from that angle. Let's see if I can get underneath the car. There we go. Oh. Shoot. Sorry, guys. There we go. Yeah. Torque wrench is the only tool I've used on this job that I didn't buy pawn shop or flea market, or garage sale for that matter. All right, now put the wheel, torque it down. I think it said 79. Rotor's turned. I got to put these 2 bolts in, which I might as well do that right now. Stupid camera. I'm going to make you guys sick. Let's see. I'm going to turn you off for a minute. Alright. Got the screws in. Pads are on. Got everything greased, everything lubed in right spots. Got bolts torqued, All I gotta do is put the wheel on and torque it. 79 pounds is what it says, but I think I'll probably do right at 90. I think that's what I did at the front at 90. All right. Well, I'll go over what we did here in just a little bit. Let's finish this up. Always put a little WD. I don't know, someone told me that one time, a long time ago, so I've always done it. Actually, I think he told me to squirt WD in the lug nuts, inside the nuts, before I put them on. Like I said, I like my speed wrenches, especially this one. I like the handle on it. Whoops, I like this one. It's a Craftsman series. All right. I'll need to set her down and torque everything up. Alright guys, let's see how this video turns out. Okay, tires are on, torque down, brakes are done, but I wanted to show you, had to gather up some more tools to do the brake job, and everything on this here is used tools that I bought on the cheap and cleaned up, or yeah, pretty much all of them I've cleaned up. The screwdrivers, see, like this is a this is Thorson, and then that's S&K. That's cleaned up, and then this is the Craftsman Wrench. I think I got this at flea market for like $4. This pawn shop buy, I like this one. I like Craftsman. I like speed wrenches. And then I got another, oh, that's a Blue Point socket there. No, New Blue Point or New Britain? Hang on, let me look at this. Get the camera in here. New Britain, excuse me. Okay, and then breaker bar. Yeah, I cleaned. I think I did a video on this one. This is Los Angeles Proto breaker bar. Now this I cleaned up. This is a Bokeh Pliers, and I didn't polish the head of it, the front of it right here, because it barely shows Bokeh on there. It's an older pair, but I cleaned everything up on it. And then these pliers, I'm not sure, but I believe they're Kleins. I think I polished the Klein. These were rusted pretty bad, but they turned out well. And then P&G socket. Let's see what I got here. I don't even know what brand this is. Global, Japan. And then nice Craftsman. I cleaned this one up, took this apart. And then Blue Point. When I got this one, you couldn't tell it was a Blue Point. It was nasty, nasty. I cut the handle down, made a pretty nice little hammer. And these, I don't know what brand they are. They were rusted really bad. I had to pull these out, and these, and these three. I had to tear the windshield wiper off. Literally had to take it apart. Could not get it off. Driver's side just would not come off. I mean, I just had to mutilate it to get it out. Passenger side clipped right off, no problem. But I had to use these 3 tools to get that off, and then the C-clamp, and then the hand impact, and check the battery. Voltage is 12.4, and output alternators, it was reading 14.54, I think. But that's what it took me to do the tools, oil change. See the car. Changed the air filter, battery, check the terminals, everything's good there. Anyways, took me a while. It took more time than I thought. Besides, to see, I had the brake caliper pin that was stuck. And I cleaned all the brake hardware, greased the hardware, and that was it. But I was just wanting to showcase the tools, old school brake job, no impact wrench, you know, no air, no pneumatic, everything's by hand. So, and I thought, yeah, show a video on all the used tools. And like I said, I've probably got 20, yeah, I've got $1, $4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I bought the impact at the flea market for $5. I've got less than $25 in tools here, and all of them are name brand except for, or what people would consider, I like Global, Japanese, so everything else is American. And then the flute meter, a pawn shop buy for $25. That was a very good buy. I like those meters right there. Anyways, the rest of them all came from flea market, and I don't think any of these came from a garage sale. I think it was all pawn shop and flea market. But anyways, video's probably gonna be too damn long. I don't know how I'm gonna edit it because my editing sucks. But some of you like it. I know one of you will because one of you asked for me to do this. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a good evening, and if you watch it, thanks. If not, oh well. That's almost done with the video. I do have one thing to say. I've got a Ace Professional series that I started with. First bolt I put this on, it's jammed, it's locked up. It don't move, it don't do nothing. So, it's a heavy wrench, I like it, but it doesn't do any good if it don't work. So, I gotta take it apart and figure out what's wrong with it. But I probably will never, come across another one of these Ace Professional. I'm probably not going to buy it or come out to pick it up anyways. Literally, first bolt torqued. I was going the wrong direction anyways, but still, it shouldn't have locked up. But it did, so I've got to take it apart and see what's wrong with it. Anyways, Ace Professional series. And I am a small man, and it was about, those bolts are torqued at 40 pounds, somewhere close to that, like 37.9, and it's locked up. So anybody at Ace hears me on this, it sucks.